back. So today I thought I would show you how to prep my skin and how I prep it when my skin is quite dehydrated. And the first thing that I use is a hydrating toner. This one is by The Body Shop and I just spritz a lot of it on my face and then just rub it in with my fingers. And when it starts getting a little bit tacky, then I just start tapping it in like that, and my skin feels like nice and plump and bouncy and hydrated. Next I move on to moisturizer, and I recently purchased this one. This is the Tree Hut Skincare Protecting Daily Moisturizer. I use about 2 pumps of this. I use 2 pumps of this and just spread it around my face with my fingers. Just slap it on, rub it all in to protect my skin, and then pull it down my neck a little bit, and then just tap the rest in. And then I move on to lip balm. I've been loving this one as well. This is the Lucas Pawpaw ointment, and I just moisturize my lip with that, prep them for my liquid lipstick so they are not dry and crusty. Now, the first thing I will do is move on to my eyes. I'm going to do them first because I'm using a little bit of glitter. To prep them, I'm going to use the Naked Skin Urban Decay Concealer, you know that one. Everyone knows about this one. And I just put a little tiny bit and just tap it with my fingers, and I immediately set it with this powder. This is the Almay Smart Shade Powder. But first I will tap out the excess of the concealer and then just use that little tiny sponge with the powder and set everything. Next, for the eyeshadows, I'm using the Chi Chi Mattes 2 palette, and I'm using that light shade, and you can barely see it. The camera isn't really picking it up, but I'm just making sure everything is set and giving like a base color. And then with a fluffy crease brush in that brownie shade, I'm just going to put it all around, just concentrate it a bit on the outer corner. And then with another crease brush and that darker brown shade, I'm going to place that on the outer corner only. And I'm just going to buff it all out and make like a simple, like deep outer V of my eye. I don't know, I'm just defining the outer corner. And then with even a darker color, I'm just going to place it just how you see there with that brush and just blend it out, buff it out. And then with that tiny shader brush, I'm just going to define a little bit more, make kind of like a cat eye effect. And then just start buffing everything out. Even with that same brush and the shadow that the brush has, I'm just going to start buffing everything out, and then with the Smashbox brush again, just buff everything, blend it, and it's a really simple eye look. I mean, I'm just trying to define the outer corner of my eye. That was a clean crease brush, by the way. Next, I'm going to use the NYX Matte Liquid Liner, and I'm just going to do a thin wing. I still want to do quite like a big wing, but I'm just trying to thin it out at first, then put the lashes on, and then see how it's going, because I'm going to do the other eye next, and you know how it is with liner. You just mess up if you try to do it big from the beginning. So yeah, I'm just trying to do it a bit small and then just fix it later. So yeah, I'm just doing that baby wing. Well, to me, that's a baby wing. And then I'm going to use the glitter liner by LA Colors in the shade Iced. And this has like iridescent glitters, and it's not like really nice for like an actual glitter liner, but I like using it to kind of give me like a shimmer on my lid, and just place it, and then I'm just going to tap it with my finger and make sure that there's not like an excess amount of glitter there. And then with the JCat Beauty Rocking Night Sparkling Powder in the shade Papaya Whip, I'm going to use my finger and just tap a little bit of glitter. Now the reason that I did my eyes first is because of this, because since I'm tapping with my finger, there will be fallout, as you could see. So I just put a tiny little bit, and then I'm correcting the liner, like I said, trying to put a little bit more, then curl my lashes, and then I'm going to apply mascara. I forgot to show you this, but this is the Too Faced Better Than Sex Waterproof Mascara. I always use this one, it's my favorite. Next, moving on to lashes, I'm using the Huda Beauty Sasha No. 11 lashes, and I'm just applying them with a duo latex-free lash glue. And yeah, I'm just going to put a little bit of liner on top of the lash band so you can't see it, and just fix the mess that happened there. And then moving on to brows, this is like my natural look kind of brows. And to do this, I used the ABH Clear Brow Gel first, and then the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I'm defining the bottom and leaving the top like quite bare, just trying to fill in a tiny little bit that like bald spot I have on my arch. But then I'm just really brushing and combing through my brows with that spoolie to make sure that everything looks like really natural and not bold, blocky, or Instagrammy, like really natural. These are like my brows, my natural brows, and then I'm just trying to fill in the blank spaces. Next, with the ABH Brow Gel again, I'm going to brush them upwards. Now, I am going to make a tiny bit of a mess, and just clean up with a little brush. I'm still going to comb them with the other end of that brush to try to make them go in the proper direction. Then I'm doing this when it's almost dry. The brow gel is almost dry, so you can see they stuck up like that. And then I did my other eye, and that's how it looks. Moving on to my face, I'm using the NYX Angel Veil Perfecting Primer or something like that. That one right there. And I'm just going to put it all over my face. This time I'm using it all over my face. I had a little bit of texture, so I wanted to use this all over my face. If I say it all over my face one more time, I'm going to slap myself. Anyways, I just rub it all in and just tap it in the end. And then for my foundation, I'm using the True Match foundation in the shade W3 with the Body Shop lightening drops because it is still a little bit too dark for me. So I just lightened the foundation a tiny bit with that. And then I'm going to blend everything out with my sponge. Now, I really like this foundation, but since it is too dark for me right now, it's kind of like my summer foundation when I get a tan. I only use it sometimes, so yeah, I'm just blending everything out with that and going in a little bit more around my cheek area, well, the parts where I have redness. So as you can see, it matches kind of like my shoulders because I have that kind of top. And then for concealer, I'm using the same concealer I always use. It's the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. I love this so much, as you guys know. And I just blend everything out, blend my under eyes with my sponge, and just applied a little tiny bit on the bridge of my nose, the sides of my nose, and a few scars I had around my face, but I didn't want to show you that, that's boring. Anyways, I'm going to highlight with the Naked Skin Concealer, the one that I use to prime my eyelids, and I'm going to put it everywhere where you normally highlight. Well, I normally highlight. And yeah, I'm just going to blend everything out with my sponge again. So I'm using that to make sure the concealer is completely blended out. I would use a brush, but I prefer the sponge. That's why I'm using the sponge right now. So yeah, I'm blending, 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 blending. And immediately after I do my concealer, I'm going to set it with the same powder that I set the concealer on my eyelid, so the Almay Smart Shade Powder in the shade Light. I'm going to set my under eyes and bake my nose, as you can see there, and I'm just going to set my chin and my forehead, so my T-zone and my under eyes as per usual. I'm not really going to set the rest of my face because nothing happens to that. And then I'm going to dust everything off with this brush, the excess powder, yeah. For contour, I'm going to use the ABH Contour Kit, and I'm going to use that shade, which is called Fawn, I believe, and just contour my cheekbones and my nose. I like using this angled brush for my cheekbones. I don't know why the lighting went kind of funny there, and it looks kind of orange because it isn't. And for my nose, I like using an eye brush, so it's an angled eye brush, and it's by Royal and Nicolle. I believe it's the eye shader. I'm not sure. I'm going to link it down below. It's part of a brow pack. Anyways, for bronzing, I'm using a fluffy brush, a powder brush, and that shade that's called Java, also by the Contour Kit. And I'm just going to bronze my face and my neck. And then for blush, I'm using this BH Cosmetics palette, and I'm going to go in with this bright pink shade, just a tiny bit because it's so pigmented, and that dual fiber brush. As you can see, it's like really pigmented. And then I'm going to mix it with that other like corally apricot-y shade, and just get like kind of like a custom peachy shade. Then I'm going to highlight with the MAC Lightscapade, and it is a subtle highlight. I didn't want to have a massive highlight because I wanted the look to be kind of more natural but still full coverage. I don't know if that makes any sense at all, but this highlight is kind of subtle, so I wanted that, and it's a little bit cool tone as well. So I highlighted my cheekbones, my cupid's bow, my chin, a little bit on my nose and my forehead, and then I'm going to set everything with the Australis Makeup Spritz Finishing Spray thingy. I'm linking every single product down below if you're interested in purchasing them. Anyways, I bathed myself in that, and then I moved on back to my eyes, and I applied that same Lightscapade highlight to my inner corner, and then with that little shade from the same Matte 2 palette, I'm just going to smoke it out my lower lash line. Smoke it out a tiny bit, and then going in with that lighter shade, just going in at the very front of my eye, the inner part of my eye. And then using the same mascara I used on my top lashes, so the Better Than Sex Waterproof Mascara. Now for lips, I'm going to use a purple lip liner. I cannot find these lip liners anywhere to link them, so yeah. They're the Shalala lip pencils thingies. I forgot the name, I'm sorry. And it's in the shade Raisin if you happen to have it, but yeah. Anyways, I'm going to use for lipstick the Kaylin Pure Lust Extreme Matte Tint in the shade 16, and this is really, really dark and bold. It is a purple, almost black, and it is amazing. It is really long lasting, and I consider this brand kind of like high-end because each lipstick is like $19 US dollars. So yeah, These lipsticks are amazing. Check out their page. They have tons of formulas and tons of lipsticks, and they're amazing. I really recommend it to you guys. And oh, I'm cleaning up my lipstick because since it is a bold lipstick, it is quite hard to apply without getting it perfect. But anyways, this is the finished look, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have another video for you guys, and this time it is another makeup tutorial, and it is quite flirty. It's easy to recreate. It doesn't use a lot of shadows. I didn't use any blacks at all, and it's really easy. Just browns and a little bit of pink, just a hint of pink, but it's really nice. And this makeup look is really simple.